So yes, it's still Women's History Month. In women's history, BETH-SHEBA is a woman who was looked down upon because she didn't do the right thing. But that is the woman we are going to talk about today in the Bible of women. So, in the story, David the king, he woke up one morning in his castle or whatever, and I guess it was so big that he could see, everybody in their house, and they was doing stuff. And apparently, apparently he seen BETH-SHEBA, and she was bathing, washing up, cleansing herself. Insert my video of clean and unclean. Go watch that out. He saw her and he was like, oh my gosh, she is so beautiful. I need her in my life. And not to be creepy, but hello, why are you creeping out on her? But he told, his people, hey, yo, give me that girl. I want her. So his people went and found her, but they told him she's a married woman. And she was the wife of Uriah, daughter of Elam. And he was like, I don't care. I still want her. And they went and got her anyway. And her being the wife of Uriah should have been like, skirt. No, sir. I am a wife. I am not no adulterer. But no, she didn't. She was like, oh, the king want me? Okay then. Well, let me go lie with the king. And she did. She slept with the king and became impure, and unclean, and an adulterer. Go check the laws in Leviticus. And you know what happened
to those people, adulterers? Death. Put to death.
Back in those days. But yes, that she did. David caught to her, and she slept with the king. Now let's pause for a minute. What would those of the flesh would do also? Some high-profile celebrity, some king, some prince, some just money-making dude out on the street wants you, and you're already in a relationship. I see these videos all the time. Somebody's with a man or a woman, and somebody with a better-looking car, or just pulls out just a stack of money just to see what she would do. And they go and holler at that person. Would you do the same? It's all a matter of morals and values. People got to get some these days because we're running out of them. Morals, values, and manners. But hey, it even happened back in the day. But BETH-SHEBA fell victim to the temptation. Don't let it get to you. So it happened. BETH-SHEBA goes back home to her husband, and she tells David, she sends for him or whatever, I don't know, and tells him that she's pregnant. How did she find out so quickly?
I don't know. That's what I wanted to know. Because, how did she find out so quickly? But anyway, side note, I always get
sidetracked when I read the Bible. Like, how did they be knowing these things so quickly? But she finds out she's pregnant. She tells him. He's like,
whoa, lady.
I just wanted your bod. I didn't want all this extra stuff. You see what happens when you get caught up in that sin? You see what happens? Get caught up in that sin, and then all this extra stuff happen. It's like a domino effect. Yep. Yeah. So then, okay, he's trying to find a way, because he's a king. He's like, okay, what do I do about this? He's trying to find a way to cover up his sin. Now, God sees everything. You can't cover up a sin, even if you're king. But you're not the King of Kings. Let me say it to you. Let me praise God, okay? You're not the King of Kings. You're just the earthly king, okay? Whoo, preach up in here, all right? Anyways, y'all not trying to have church up in here. Whoo, are y'all? So anyway, whoo, praise him. Okay, whoo, bring it back. He's trying to find a way to cover up that sin. So he's like, you know what? Uriah, you've been working too hard. Because he's one of the king's men. Uriah, you've been working too hard. Take some time off. Because he's one of the king's men, right? So he's like, go take some time off. Uriah don't listen. He a hardworking man. Working man. BETH-SHEBA had a good one. So he tells him, take time off, go be with your wife, go make love and such. He don't do that. He still stands his post at the king's, doorstep, do what he got to do. Because meanwhile, this is supposed to make him, go home, make love to his wife, and then he be the father. You see, yo, this is some Maury mess. Like, what? I was in there like, what is he doing? Crazy, right? Okay. Yeah. So he did this for like a week or whatever. And then finally he's like, all right, this dude is not listening. So then he has like this party, this feast. He gets him drunk, everything. And he still do not go home and like be with her. He still stands his post. This man is a God-fearing, hard-working man. I'm like, wow. Like, what is going on? So finally, he's like, all right, I don't know what's going on with this man, but he is just not listening.
So, he never went home to like BETH-SHEBA, and it was the king's baby, like double that.
So, he made Uriah go to war. So instead of killing him by his own hands, he made the war kill him. He told Joab, to send Uriah to war. A death note. So 2 Samuel 11:15, he put Uriah in the front lines where the fighting is fierce. Then retreat from behind him so that he will be struck down and die. You see that? Because he's at the front lines. Like they are at the heart of the war, okay? And he did. He died first. Uriah was killed. The king married BETH-SHEBA. But he married BETH-SHEBA. But the baby died. All that he did, and the baby died. Because God said it. I don't even think I have that verse on here. But God told him that baby was not going to live. Yes. God said, God bold, yo. He said, you struck down Uriah with a sword. Then you took his wife as your wife, and you killed him by the sword of Ammonites. Now the sword will never depart from your own house, because despise me by taking the wife of Uriah. This is what Jehovah says. Here I am bringing against the calamity of within our house. I will take your wives and give them to the other men, and he will lie down with your wives in broad daylight, okay? Although you acted in secret, I will do this in front of you. Okay? In broad daylight. God said, I'm not going to do this in secret. I'm the King of Kings. Because you have treated God with utter disrespect in this matter, the son you were just born will certainly die. And God struck the child down. And he became sick. That's how he died. Crazy. Are y'all listening? Y'all gotta get y'all a Bible and read it. Because the Bible is the realest. Okay? The realest. God said, oh, you thought you was gonna get away with that? You had somebody killed. You went and had a baby. You took his wife. And you thought you was just gonna go on about your life? No. That's not how we play games out here. No. Pay attention. While BETH-SHEBA may not want to be one of the biggest women of the Bible talked about, but she liked work and she did do something that wasn't supposed to be done. Like, she cheated on her husband and had a baby. Like, and it don't say quite as if she knew or didn't know that her husband was killed, but like, come on. And I know back in the day, maybe she didn't have no choice but to marry the king, but who knows? Like, I'm sure she could have ran away. Like, she didn't have to be with the king. But on Women's History Month, you gotta go with the good and the bad. And the bad was her being an adulteress. Happy Women's History Month.